You ever notice how some people cheat and somehow still sleep at night? They look you in the eyes, say, "I love you," post couple photos, make future plans, and at the same time they're flirting with someone else, texting someone else, meeting someone else. From the outside, it looks insane. You think, how do they live like this? How do they split themselves in half? How do they not explode from guilt? There's a whole psychological system behind a cheater, a way of thinking, a way of bending reality, a way of protecting their ego even while they destroy someone else's. And once you see that system, you stop being confused. You stop taking it as proof that you weren't enough, and you start seeing it for what it is, a pattern. Because cheating is not proof of your inadequacy. It is proof of their deficiency. Let's break it down. Let's talk about how a cheater thinks before they cheat. Cheating almost never starts in the hotel room. It starts much earlier, in tiny private thoughts that slowly cross lines. It often begins with an inner story like, "My partner doesn't really get me. This relationship is basically over anyway. I've given so much, I deserve something for myself." Those thoughts might have some truth in them. Maybe there are real problems, real distance, real hurt. But instead of facing those problems directly, they do something else. They split. On one side, I'm a good person. I'm not the type who cheats. On the other side, I'm talking to this person I shouldn't be talking to. I'm hiding things. When your actions and your values don't match, your brain goes into discomfort. Psychology calls it cognitive dissonance. It simply means, my behavior and my self-image don't fit, so I need to change something. A healthy person will try to fix the behavior, end the flirting, have a hard talk with their partner, set boundaries. A cheater often goes the other way. Instead of changing what they do, they change how they explain what they do. It's not that serious. Everyone does this. If my partner really loved me, they would have noticed I'm unhappy. This is where another concept appears. Moral disengagement. The process of switching off your own moral rules so you can do something you know is wrong without drowning in guilt. So before the cheating even starts, the mind is already working hard, moving responsibility around, pushing the blame outward, softening the edges until the line doesn't look like a line anymore. So what makes some people more likely to cheat? Not everyone with problems cheats. Not everyone with opportunity cheats. So what makes the difference? Psychology points to a few patterns that show up again and again. One of them is attachment style. Attachment style is basically the way you learn to love and be loved based on early relationships. Studies show that people with avoidant attachment, the ones who pull away when things get too close, and people with highly anxious, unstable attachment are more likely to cheat than those with secure attachment. Why? Because closeness feels good, but also threatening. So they want intimacy, and at the same time, they want escape. Cheating becomes a twisted solution. I keep my main relationship so I don't feel alone, but I also keep something on the side so I don't feel trapped. Of course, it is not a real solution. It's avoidance in disguise. Another set of traits that show up a lot is linked to personality. Research talks about the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Narcissism. I am special. The rules are different for me. Machiavellianism. People are tools, and I move them around. Psychopathy. Low empathy, low guilt, high risk-taking. People who score high on these traits are more likely to lie, to use others, to chase novelty, and yes, to cheat. Does that mean every cheater is a monster? No. But it does mean this. If someone has strong entitlement, low empathy, and a habit of using others, cheating fits easily into their worldview. Add other traits like impulsivity, sensation-seeking, and boredom with routine, and the temptation goes up even more. The brain adds its part too. Starting a new secret connection lights up reward circuits. Dopamine spikes, they feel energized, interesting again. But of course, explanation is not excuse. If you've ever been cheated on, you've probably wondered, how could they hug me, kiss me, tell me they love me, and then go meet someone else? One of the most common psychological tricks cheaters use is compartmentalization. They split their life into boxes. Box 1, I'm a loyal partner who cares about my family. Box 2, I'm this other version of myself with secret chats, hidden photos, different rules. And they work very hard to never let the boxes touch. They change names in their phone, delete messages, lie about where they were, rewrite timelines in their head. The more they protect the boxes, the more they feel. My main relationship is still good. This side thing is separate. I can handle it. In reality, it's the same person doing both, and that split slowly erodes their integrity. Some cheaters will say, I never stopped loving my partner, and strangely, they might even believe it. Because in their mind, love is in box 1, betrayal is in box 2. And as long as the boxes don't touch, they can still feel like a decent person. So, what are the stories cheaters tell themselves? To keep cheating going, they need stories. Without stories, the guilt would crush them. Some of the most common ones. It's just physical. Translation: I want the pleasure without the emotional consequences. My partner drove me to this. Translation: I refuse full responsibility, so I'll drag them into my choices. If the relationship was truly right, I wouldn't even be tempted. Translation: instead of repairing, I'll use the flaws as excuses. This proves I'm still attractive. Translation: my self-worth is fragile, and I'm using other people as a mirror. Psychology has a term for this constant self-protection: self-serving bias, the instinct to explain our actions in ways that keep our ego comfortable and put the blame elsewhere. Paired with cognitive dissonance, this bias can keep someone cheating for months or years while convincing themselves that they are not as bad as real cheaters. There are different types of cheaters. Not all cheaters are the same. The chronic cheater, the one with multiple affairs, a habit of double lives, entitlement, low empathy, and often dark triad traits. The situational cheater, someone who cheats during a period of grief, loss, major stress, or identity crisis. The exit cheater, they already want out of the relationship. Instead of ending it honestly, they cheat to create distance or force the breakup. The intimacy avoidant cheater, they get close, panic internally, and sabotage. Their logic: if I ruin this first, I won't have to wait for you to hurt me later. Underneath these behaviors can be deep wounds, but wounds explain, they do not excuse. Cheating today often starts with small things. It's just a like, it's just a DM, it's just a joke. Apps and social media create endless micro opportunities to cross boundaries. Emotional cheating grows from late night conversations, private jokes, venting about your partner, sending photos you'd never show your partner. The rule is simple. If you're hiding it, you already know what it is. So what happens inside the cheater during the affair? Many cheaters live in a constant roller coaster. Before seeing the other person, anticipation. During the affair, high energy, feeling wanted, escape from monotony. After, guilt, fear, promises to stop. Then again, boredom, emptiness, searching for the next hit. The cycle repeats and becomes automatic. Their partner, meanwhile, feels something is off, but can't explain why. The betrayal started long before the truth came out. When cheating is exposed, you often see classic reactions. Denial. You're imagining things. You're paranoid. Minimization. It was only once. It didn't mean anything. Reversal. Suddenly, they are the victim. You pushed me away. You made me feel unappreciated. All of this is self-protection. Their image of themselves as a good person is collapsing. Some people face this. They admit everything, accept consequences, get help, and rebuild. Others never do. They jump to the next partner and repeat the same story. At the end of the day, a cheater is not a mysterious creature. They are a person, often with poor emotional skills, avoidant or anxious attachment, high impulsivity or entitlement, and a lot of unexamined pain. Some can change, but only if they stop lying to themselves first. And if you were on the receiving end, hear this clearly. Their cheating is not proof that you were unlovable, boring, or replaceable. It is proof that they chose the easier road for themselves instead of the honest one. You deserve someone who protects the relationship when they're lonely, not someone who throws it away for a moment of ego or excitement. And if this helped you see even a piece of your story a little more clearly, tap like so this reaches more people trying to make sense of betrayal. And if you want more content like this, subscribe. And remember, the more you understand how minds work, the harder it becomes for anyone to play with yours again.